What is going on, people? I am telling you the origin of Maskot. You should know who that is because it's a character I made up. So I can't make this video too long because I have something to do. So I'm gonna hurry this up a little bit, but not too much. So his real name is Leo, but I'm thinking of changing that for a reason. Anyway, so basically he's an average guy. He has a brother named Rick, or whatever. He lives Rick, but he ends up becoming a hero. But I'll tell that origin next. I'm just telling one story because if I were to tell my whole universe, it wouldn't fit. It would be like an hour long, probably, or 2 hours. Anyway, so he works somewhere like in a skyscraper, and he kind of lives near. Uh, okay, so he lives near it, and sometimes he does walk over. So there was a Super Bowl with the 49ers and the Ravens. It's football, whatever. He makes a bet with a couple of people, and he voted for the 49ers one, but they end up losing, so he loses the bet, whatever. But he doesn't have money to pay for it because he thought for sure he was going to win, whatever. So what happens is that one day he was walking to work, and they all, like a whole group of them, you know what I mean? They all just show up, and they're like, give us our money, whatever. And he says no, he doesn't have the money. So they get out pocket knives, and they ask again nicely. They're like, do you have the money? We won't hesitate to kill you. Because they aren't really his friends. They were kind of like random people, you know what I mean? And apparently they're all like on a little gang kind of thing. So he ended up getting really scared, so he started running away. And they're all chasing him, whatever. And what he didn't know is because he was really scared. He kept on looking back, you know what I mean, at them. See if he kept on, like if he lost or something. So he ended up going into a little alley he didn't really know about. And he looked back, and what he didn't see was there like a hole in the ground, kind of. So he ends up falling in it, and they just stop whatever, and like they're like, "What the hell?" You know what I mean? It's probably like 8 feet or 9 feet, probably not too deep. You know what I mean? And he notices that there's like a strange blue liquid there that's really shiny, like really bright. I mean, not shiny. And so it happens, he falls in it because that's like the only thing that's in there. Basically, it's like, you know what I mean? But there is like a ground. You know what I mean? It's kind of really short. You know what I mean, though. So his body starts like burning really bad, and he looks at his hands, and it's like turning blue, like the liquid color. You know what I mean? Apparently, it's like going through his cells, kind of like it's going like between them. You know what I mean? It's going in his body. It's burning really bad, like his legs and everything. So basically, what that did is not only did it give him, powers, but he ends up like trying to jump to get out. And when he jumps, he like busts through it a little bit, like the big hole. He like makes it bigger, or whatever. And he goes like all the way like near the clouds, and some people see him, whatever. And he comes all the way down and like smushes the floor, and they get all scared, like the people that are trying to jump him, so they run away. So basically, his powers are like, and then he looks at his hands, and he thought of them like not going blue no more, and they actually did so. So like nothing else was blue no more. You know what I mean? So basically, his powers is that like he can control if he wants a specific body part to be blue. Now, what happens when it goes blue is it gets like massive strength. Like let's say he wanted to do a really strong punch, his hand would go blue, or his arm. You know what I mean? And not only does he have super strength and can jump really high, he also has a very good healing factor. Like if you were to chop off his head, it wouldn't even look like you chopped off his head. You know what I mean? It would look like you chopped off his head and another head is just there for some reason. You know what I mean? He heals really fast. And he's kind of is immortal, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? There is no really way to kill him unless, like... Well, I'll explain how he ends up... Well, he is, like, the main character. Like, DC's main character, I believe, is Batman. And Marvel's main character, I believe, is Iron Man. He is the main hero, so he's not gonna die. I mean, he could. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say he could die. So that's basically him, alright? He's the main hero, that's how he got his powers. Now, he does have a brother named Rick. So right after that happened, he really freaked out and just went home. And he ended up calling his brother to come over, which is Rick. He ends up becoming a hero too, and a villain. And I will talk about him the next story, because I don't want to do 2 heroes in one video, because it's not really good, you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. And basically, that's basically it, but his name is, he doesn't wear a costume or anything. He doesn't wear like a suit to hide his identity, so, you know what I mean, cops end up figuring out who he is and stuff like that, because apparently he's breaking the law, so he's kind of like a vigilante in a way. And the reason his name is Maskot is kind of like he's really powerful, so whenever he's around his team, a mascot is supposed to represent luck. And basically, he kind of gives them luck because they feel really safe around them, you know what I mean? And he doesn't wear a mask, so the C is spelled with a K. It's supposed to be like kind of sounding a little bit similar to mask off, like if you replace the T with the F. So that is Maskot's story, people. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Make any suggestions? Let me know. That's just the main hero. Now, there is a lot of other heroes that I can get through if you guys want me to. And the Avengers, I've noticed like the two main teams are the Avengers and Justice League. Their team is called the JDM Squad. Now, the reason is JDM, it stands for Justice, Destruction, and Mortality. So that's basically Maskot's story. Next video would be Sector's story, which is Maskot's brother. And what happened now? To be honest, Sector's story was probably one of my favorite stories making up. And no, it's not Mortal Kombat Sector. It's spelled differently, Secter. So I'll see you guys next time.